Today's Telegraph headline seems designed to provoke a strong reaction from the Tory party. After much discussion, the paper reveals that Angela Rayner's department intends to establish a council on Islamophobia. This council will formulate an official government definition of anti-Muslim discrimination and advise ministers on effective responses. The appointed leader of this 16-member council is Dominic Grieve, a prominent Remainer and former Attorney General. Grieve previously contributed to the foreword of a 2018 report by the All-Party Parliamentary Group on British Muslims, which defined Islamophobia as a form of racism that targets expressions of Muslim identity. Ministers have yet to confirm whether they will adopt this definition or propose an alternative. However, Grieve argues that law-abiding Muslims are facing discrimination and abuse. Critics point out that such discrimination is already illegal under existing laws against faith-based hate crimes. Nevertheless, Labour ministers maintain that action is necessary, leading them to pursue this initiative. The primary contention appears to be around free speech, with opponents claiming the current definition is too broad and could effectively create a blasphemy law, hindering legitimate criticisms of Islam. Shadow Justice Secretary Robert Jenrick has called for the abandonment of what he deems a deeply flawed definition that he believes could act as a Trojan horse for a blasphemy law. Grieve himself has admitted that defining Islamophobia is challenging due to valid concerns regarding freedom of expression. The timing of the Telegraph article is significant, coming just a day after an individual pleaded guilty to racially and religiously aggravated harassment for burning a Quran in Manchester. Critics argue this development points to the establishment of de facto blasphemy laws in the UK. Similar incidents have occurred in the past, such as a teacher going into hiding for showing a caricature of the Prophet Muhammad and students being suspended for damaging a Quran. Further regulations could threaten free expression. As noted by commentator Patrick West, the Labour definition refers to perceived discrimination, which is subjective. Concerns about potential exploitation of this definition are heightened by the reported names on the council, including Carrie Asim, a Leeds imam who is dismissed as a government advisor after advocating for a ban on the film The Lady of Heaven. Despite criticism, Labour is likely to continue its plans. However, the discourse on free speech presents discomfort for many MPs. In November, backbencher Tahir Ali urged Keir Starmer to commit to prohibiting the desecration of religious texts, to which Starmer responded by emphasizing his commitment to combating Islamophobia and condemning desecration. It took 3 weeks for the government to categorically rule out introducing blasphemy laws. It's important to recall that this issue was previously debated under Theresa May's administration in 2019, when the Tory government ultimately chose not to adopt the definition. Angela Rayner and her colleagues may soon understand the reasons behind that decision.